Hi, welcome. Before we begin the 5-minute audio summary of the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, take a moment to get comfortable and breathe. In the next few minutes, you'll hear a friendly, practical distillation of the book. The central two-word habit, why it matters, simple steps to use it, and real-life examples you can try immediately. Listen with the intent to pick one small habit to practice. That's all it takes to start seeing a change. Ready? Let's go. Quick intro. Hi, this is a friendly 5-minute audio summary of the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. The book presents a simple, repeatable mental habit of two words, let them, that Robbins argues can free you from other people's drama, opinions, and emotional pull so you can focus on your life and choices. It was published in late 2024 and quickly became a headline bestseller and cultural talking point. What let them actually means let them is less about indifference and more about smart energy management. Instead of spending time and emotion trying to control what people think, say, or do, you silently give them permission to be themselves, and you redirect that time and energy toward your own goals, relationships, and peace. Imagine your attention as a flashlight. When you point it at other people's behaviors, your own path stays dark. Let them turns the flashlight back on you. Why this matters, a short metaphor. Think of life like a garden. You can't till your neighbor's flower bed, and if you keep trying, you'll never tend your own soil. Let them is the decision to stop trying to weed someone else's patch and start watering your own. The payoff isn't dramatic overnight. It's slow, steady growth, less exhaustion, clearer priorities, and better results where you actually have influence. How to practice it? Simple steps you can say out loud. Robbins gives practical cues you can use in daily life. Notice the pull when you feel anxious about someone else's choices. Say the phrase, let them, internally or softly out loud, as a release. Reclaim one small next action for yourself, even a 30-second choice like taking a breath, closing a tab, or writing down your next move. Over time, this tiny ritual trains your brain to stop defaulting to people-pleasing or control. It's a micro-habit with macro effects. Everyday examples, so it's not abstract. At work, instead of arguing with a colleague who's defensive in a meeting, let them lets you focus on the one practical step you can take after the meeting. Family. When a relative gives unsolicited advice, let them helps you acknowledge their perspective quickly and then decide what you actually want to do. Social media. Instead of getting caught in comment wars, let them turns off the notifications in your head and gives you back time. When let them isn't an excuse, Robbins is careful to say that let them is not permission to tolerate abuse or drop responsibility. It's about choosing where to spend emotional labor, not about avoiding necessary conflict, legal obligations, or safety. Use it to protect your energy. Still act when action is required. What readers and critics noticed. The idea resonated widely. Readers praised the clarity and usefulness of a two-word tool that's easy to repeat in stressful moments. It also became a viral cultural moment, with people sharing personal stories of reduced anxiety and better boundaries. At the same time, some writers and critics argued the slogan is very simple and that real relationships sometimes need deeper work than a catchphrase can provide. These debates helped push the book into the public conversation. Quick example story, imagined but true to the book's spirit. Picture Sarah, a project manager who always stayed late to revise slides because a boss kept asking for changes. She started saying, let them, internally, when a late request came in. Instead of reworking everything at midnight, she clarified the must-have changes, set a realistic deadline, and protected her evening. Her work didn't collapse, her stress did. Shorteners and tips to make it stick. Anchor the phrase to a physical cue. Touch your ring, take a breath, or close your laptop. Practice in low-stakes moments so it's available in the tough ones. Couple, let them, with one tiny self-care action, afterward a 60-second reset. Wrap up the core message to carry with you. If you walk away with one thing from this book, let it be this. Most of the stress in your day comes from trying to manage what you cannot control. Saying, let them, is a tiny, repeatable choice that lets you protect your attention, act where you can actually make a difference, and build a life shaped by your choices, not by everyone else's. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it does mean doable. Try it once and notice what changes. Thanks for listening. If you'd like, I can turn this into a shorter 60-second promo or a longer 15-minute narration next.